Hey there, music lovers and history buffs. Have you ever wondered what it was like to live the wild, colorful life of a 1960 seconds rock star? Well, today we're diving into the world of Michelle Phillips, the last surviving member of the legendary band The Mamas and the Papas. Get ready for rare photos you've probably never seen before and untold stories that will blow your mind. Stick around until the end because we've got a surprising twist about Michelle's life that you won't want to miss. Let's jump right in. Picture this. It's 1965, and the air is buzzing with the sound of folk rock. The Mamas and the Papas are taking the world by storm with hits like California Dreamin' and Monday, Monday. At the heart of it all is Michelle Phillips, a stunning 21-year-old with golden hair and a voice that could melt hearts. But who was she before the fame? Born on June 4, 1944, in Long Beach, California, Michelle grew up in a free-spirited household. Her dad, a former probation officer with a love for adventure, took her to Mexico as a kid, shaping her bold and fearless personality. By her teens, she was already turning heads as a model, but music was calling her name. Have you ever seen her early modeling shots? We've got some rare ones coming up that show a side of Michelle you've never seen. Did you know Michelle's love life was as dramatic as a soap opera? In 1962, she married John Phillips, the mastermind behind the Mamas and the Papas. Their romance was intense, but it wasn't all smooth sailing. John was already a rising star in the folk scene, and Michelle, just 18, was swept into his world. Rare photos from their wedding show a young couple full of dreams, but behind the smiles, tensions were brewing. The band's success came fast, but so did the chaos. By 1966, their marriage was crumbling under the weight of fame, jealousy, and the wild 1960 seconds lifestyle. Want to see a candid shot of them during those turbulent years? Keep watching, because we've got some never-before-seen gems. Let's talk about the band for a moment. The Mamas and the Papas weren't just a group, they were a cultural phenomenon. Michelle, John, Denny Doherty, and Cass Elliot created magic together, blending harmonies that defined an era. But life on the road wasn't all peace and love. Rare behind-the-scenes photos from their 1966 tour show Michelle laughing with Cass, but there were moments of heartbreak too. One untold story. Michelle was briefly kicked out of the band in 1966 after rumors of an affair with Denny. The drama was real. She was replaced for a hot minute, but fans demanded her return. Can you imagine the band without her? Those rare photos of her during that rocky period capture a woman fighting to reclaim her spot in the spotlight. Michelle's life wasn't just about music. She stepped into Hollywood with some jaw-dropping roles. After the band broke up in 1968, she didn't slow down. She starred in movies like Dillinger in 1973 and even appeared in TV shows like Knots Landing. One rare photo we found shows her on set, rocking a 1970 seconds look that screams retro cool. But her acting career had its own untold stories. For example, during Knots Landing, she played a character named Anne, who went from riches to rags in a gripping homeless storyline. Michelle herself said it was one of the boldest roles she ever took. Want to hear more about her Hollywood adventures? Stay with us until the end. Now, let's get personal. Michelle's love life kept making headlines. After her marriage to John ended in 1970, she had a whirlwind romance with actor Dennis Hopper. Here's the crazy part. Their marriage lasted just 8 days. A rare photo from that time shows them looking happy. But trust me, the story behind it is wild. Later, she dated stars like Jack Nicholson and Warren Beatty, living the ultimate Hollywood dream. But Michelle wasn't just a romantic. She was a mom too. Her daughter, Chinna Phillips, became a star in the pop group Wilson Phillips. We've got a sweet, rare photo of Michelle and Chinna from the 1980s that'll warm your heart. Can you guess what Chinna said about her mom's strength? Keep watching to find out. Michelle wasn't just a singer and actress, she was a trailblazer. In the 1960s, women in music were often expected to stay in the background, but Michelle broke the mold. She co-wrote some of the band's biggest hits, like Creek Alley, and her voice was the soul of their sound. Rare photos from the studio show her in her element, laughing and creating music with the band. But there's an untold story here too. Michelle once said she had to fight for her voice to be heard in a male-dominated industry. Her strength inspired countless women in music. Want to see those studio shots? They're coming up soon. As the years went on, Michelle's life took unexpected turns. After the band's breakup, she faced personal losses, including the tragic deaths of Cass Elliot in 1974 and Denny Doherty in 2007. As the last surviving member, she's carried the band's legacy forward. A rare photo from a 1998 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame event shows her honoring her bandmates with pride. But there's more to her story. In recent years, she's been spotted in rare public outings, like the 2024 Grammy Gala, looking as radiant as ever at 80. Her style? Still iconic. We've got photos that prove she's aging like fine wine. One untold story that will surprise you. In 2025, Michelle revealed she's working on a documentary about a unique liqueur called Amarula, made by women in remote African tribes. Why is this a big deal? It's not just about the drink, it's about empowering communities and telling their stories. A rare photo from the set shows her in South Africa, surrounded by elephants and vibrant culture. This project shows Michelle's heart for storytelling and making a difference. Isn't it amazing how she's still chasing new adventures? Before we wrap up, let's reflect. Michelle Phillips isn't just a music legend. She's a survivor, a mom, and a pioneer. From the highs of chart-topping hits to the lows of personal struggles, her life is a roller coaster of untold stories. These rare photos we've shared, her modeling days, band moments, Hollywood sets, and recent adventures paint a picture of a woman who never stopped shining. So, what's the lesson? Life is messy, but it's also beautiful. Michelle's journey reminds us to keep pushing forward, no matter what. If you loved these stories and photos, make sure to watch until the very end. We've got one last rare photo of Michelle that captures her spirit perfectly. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into music history. Tell us in the comments, what's your favorite Mamas and Papas song, or which part of Michelle's story surprised you most? Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next video.